Hi guys, it's Deluezeonest here from Zinexeon.com. Today we're going to be hunting some Vixen androids. Yes, this is a very popular monster among low levels and high levels alike, mainly because they drop something called Vixen android gears. Now, I did mention this item in a previous video, my video which was a quick introduction to Entropia. The Vixen android gear sells for a markup value of up to like 5, maybe even 6 peck per item, so they're only worth a peck each. That's a 600% markup value that you can get out of this one item, which is why people hunt these low level monsters, because it only takes, you know, 3 or 4 shots with a very weak weapon to kill them. It basically only costs you 5 or 6 peck per kill. To be honest, probably even lower. Some of them only take about 3.6 peck per kill, and they have the possibility of dropping this item that's worth about 5 or 6 peck. So, you know, a lot of people hunt these things in a bid to try and make a profit out of hunting. The item is used for creating mining amplifiers, I believe. I don't know because I'm not really into crafting on this game. But yeah, they sell really well. So we're going to go ahead now. We've got about 10 ped worth of universal ammo on us. I am going to be using a corrosive attack nano chip level 1 to be hunting these things. So hopefully we're going to make profit. Okay, let's get the ball rolling, guys. Yeah, see, some of these are quite weak. Some of them only take like 3 shots to kill, like that one. And that drops a Vixen android gear. Straight off the bat, we got one. You know, it's probably worth about 5 to 6 peck. So we're going to say about 5 peck, 5, 6, almost 7 peck I got out of that, and it only cost me 3.6 to kill. So we're up at the moment. This one is one of the tougher ones, of course. As you can see, my attack is not doing as much damage. 18.6 peck, probably. You 10, 11, 12, 13 peck. So I made a loss on that one, but we're kind of breaking even at the moment. You see, the fact that the Vixen android gear has such a great markup value really does make it easy to, you know, break even at least with these things. You know, and a lot of the time, I mean, when I hunt these things, I make a profit. Last night, I was getting mad loot out of these. I should have recorded a video last night, but I was tired and I went to bed. I was killing these things and they were dropping like a ped. You know, I was like, whoa, you know, it was taking me like, it was costing me 3.6 peck to kill one. It was dropping up to a ped, and I was just like, wow, that's pretty incredible. You know, for such a weak monster. I mean, there's probably people laughing at me at the moment, like, I kill monsters that drop like 200 ped on average. You know, and it's like, yeah, but I mean, look at how much I'm putting into these things, like next to nothing. They hit me for like 1 damage. We've got another android gear, by the way, so we are doing well. But I mean, I've taken like 10 ped of ammo out with me. Fucking fragments. Fragments are just gonna haunt me till the day I die, aren't they? I absolutely hate them. Another Vixen android gear. I'm doing quite well. I'm finding quite a lot of gears. They're usually quite a rare drop. I'm probably gonna go ages now of just getting fragments and no loots and no gears. But touch wood, that won't happen. Come on, we've got to do well. We're making a YouTube video here. I want the YouTube videos to entice people to come play the game. And every single time I try and do a hunting video, I get like really appalling loot. And that does happen every now and again. You know, you do go out on a hunt and you get appalling loot. But then the next time you go out on a hunt, you might global, you know. But the problem is, if I upload a YouTube video where it's like, yeah, I went out with like $5 worth of ammo and I've come back with like $2, everyone's going to be like, fuck that, I'm not playing that. You know? So I really do hope I get some good loot out of these guys. But to be honest, they are a low level monster, so you can't expect too much from killing these. You know, you can't be like, oh, I want 1,000 ped global, because it's just not going to happen, you know. Well, I don't know, it might. I don't actually know the mechanics behind the whole global system. You never know. I mean, I heard a story that someone globaled on a berry called Puny once and got like a couple of 100 ped. I don't know if this is true, but I mean, that would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? Imagine joining the game, first thing you shoot, it's like, yeah, you just won yourself like $30. You'd just be like, whoa. But it's a shame, a lot of the items these things drop don't have a well, I mean, they have a markup value, but it's like, you know, it'll be like, today none have sold, the week none have sold, the past month none have sold, the past 10 years you know, they had a good markup value, and you're like, oh, great. So 10 years ago, this would have been a good item to have and sell, you know. But I don't know. I think there's not as many people crafting on this game anymore. I think it's mainly because you have to put so much money into crafting before you can, like, you know, turn a decent profit out of it. Because you really have to level up your skills first. Then again, I suppose you could just buy skill implants. You know, but I mean, back in the day, I think Entropia kind of killed the vehicle market a bit, because back in the day, people were creating Valkyries, Sleipnirs, and helicopters, and, you know, all sorts of stuff. They were crafting these vehicles and selling them on the auction house. But now that everyone starts off with a Valkyrie, albeit like one that's only worth, like, I think 20 pec, whereas the ones you can craft like have a durability 17 ped. You know, people don't really need to go out and buy a car straight away, whereas back in the day, I remember the day that vehicles were released in the game. Until then, everyone just had to walk everywhere. It was horrible, you know. I remember buying my first Valkyrie, and I actually set up a taxi business. I was taxiing people to and from the old Port Atlantis to the North Swamp Camp, because that was the sweating camp back in the day. One of the first sweating camps that you encounter. You know, there was like small teams of newbies, group sweating. God, I forgot what they're called. The little things that sound like elephants. You know what I mean? They've got like 2 heads on like really long necks. Snable snouts, that was it. They were group sweating snable snouts. But people don't do that anymore at North Swamp Camp. All they do at the swamp camps now is go and hunt Exosaurs and do the missions. You know, the only sweat camp I know of now is Royal Club. You know, I remember back in the day when it used to be Zinexeon District. My God, I feel old. See, these guys aren't dropping that bad loot. I mean, recently I've been going out and trying to kill like really tough monsters. But the problem with killing monsters that are like super hard is it costs a lot of money. And what happens if it drops Nova Fragments? You know, I don't know if I've mentioned this in my other videos. I actually killed an Allophil, my very first Allophil kill. I was so happy because back in the day when I was saying Zinexeon District was a sweat camp, and you went there and you group sweated Allophil, I used to get killed all the time by these bloody Allophil while I was trying to sweat them. And it was kind of like a revenge kill for me. I just went down there and I was like, one of these guys is going to die. I'm going to make sure I kill one of these things. And it took me ages. I was using my combustive attack nano chip level 2, which just isn't strong enough to kill those things. Well, I mean, I killed it, but I didn't do it very economically because I wasn't hurting it quick enough, so it kept regenerating health. So therefore, you have to hit it more times than you would usually have to. So, and I also was having to use adjusted pixie armor with armor plating Mark 1C plates. So, you know, it really wasn't economical, but I killed one, and I looted it, and you know what the fucker dropped? Blazer Fragments. That's right, Blazer Fragments. I was just like, that takes the piss. It cost me 3 or 4 ped to kill the thing, and it dropped Blazer Fragments. I was livid. Straight away, I just raged quit Zinexeon District and just went somewhere else. I was like, stuff this. But I'm now leveling up my combustive attack nano chip level 5. I think I've got it on like 60% in the progression bar. Once that's leveled up, I'm going to go back and hunt those things properly. Because the other problem I had with that was I was hunting Allophil, but occasionally an Allophil would run over to me, and although I was strong enough to kill a young Allophil, I wasn't strong enough to take down an Allophil. So yeah, I know, Allophil and Allophil. It's like they must have put, like, you know, some real brain power into thinking up those 2 names. You know, well, one begins with A. Why don't we make the other one begin with E? Just gonna check. I've got 11 gears so far. That's really good. That is excellent. I mean, what you want to do really is just hunt these for ages until you have some really nice big stacks, like you do with any auctionable loot. You know, you want big stacks of it because, well, when I say big, I mean a decent number. You know, you can't go and put like 1 Vixen Android gear on the auction house. I think you need to put them in stacks of at least like 50 maybe. I don't know. I'm going to go over to the auction house in a bit and just see, you know, what kind of size stack people are putting the gears in. There is a person here somewhere. I don't know where they've gone. But 3 in the morning, I was playing this and I was hunting these things, and they were there with me. I come back at like 12 lunchtime today, and they're still there. I'm just like, oh my god, dude, go to sleep. Like, shout out to Marco Ace Leo 88 Rojas. He just messaged me like, hey, saw your YouTube at me, Leo Rojas, and I was like, okay, cool. See, this is what's great about it. Like, you know, I every now and again I get a message from someone saying, you know, I love your YouTube videos, or hey, I saw your video the other day, it was really good, you know. And it's just awesome. It just makes me want to create more videos, you know. So that's hopefully what I'm doing. I swear I've just got fragments twice in a row. Can you not like just stop that, please? You know, and no loot. Oh my god. So, oh no, I just wasted a shot there because someone turned around and shot it like just before I managed to hit it. And now the loot will belong to them. I mean, what I said in one of my other videos as well, like, they need to decrease the amount of HP monsters have, and increase the power of weapons so the game's more fast-paced. Obviously, if you decrease the HP, you can decrease, like, the loot. You know, then again, okay, it would involve, like, completely remaking the game. But I just think that if the game was a lot more fast-paced, it would be, you know, a lot more fun, I think. Come on. Because it's like, I was going through a gauntlet. I was helping some people go through a gauntlet before I got my skills up too high to enter them. And it's just, you know, you're running up to a drone and you're just standing in front of it, just shooting your gun, like, constantly. It's crap. What you want it to be like is like any other first-person shooter where you run in and you're just like, bang, 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 you know, 3 kills in a row. You know, oh my god. Ninja Vixen just dodging all the time. Yes, another gear. Excellent. But yeah, I mean, if the combat was a lot more fast-paced, I think it would be a lot more fun. But then again, you know, it could be, you know, when you get to like uber levels, you know, the combat could be really fast-paced. I mean, I've seen videos that look pretty insane where people are hunting on the asteroid and stuff like that, and they're fighting super hard things, you know. But I just love the videos of some people just like, you know, I like to think that I have quite a lot of passion behind my voice when I'm doing like gaming videos, and that's because I'm really passionate about gaming and I love talking about it. But you watch some YouTube videos and they're like, hi guys, it's me again, and they're just casually fighting this thing the size of a house, you know, just like, yeah, we're just gonna kill a couple of these, just like it's no big deal. And he's just like, dude, that thing's gonna eat your face. Yeah. If it was me, I'd be screaming. I'd be like, "Oh shit, get this thing away from me!" Oh, but that's another thing I've noticed about Entropia is the monsters don't get very big until you get like higher level, like much higher level. Well, they didn't used to be. Like now, I've noticed in the new newbie zone, I forgot what it's called, but it's like the snowy place. There's actually Alaphils, but they're like weakened Alaphils. And you know, they're pretty big, so you can get, I suppose it's so people can get like a taste of what it's like to go out and kill a big mob, you know. But back when I first started, you know, you didn't see things that size until you were like a high enough level, or, you know, unless you were like group sweating it with about 100 other players. But there are like plenty of other monsters on Rocktropia. It's not just all about the Vixens and the androids. Like in my last video, I went after some zombies. You know, but there's also like, just, they're kind of like people. You know, there's a monster called the Forum Troll, and he looks like, you know, some little emo like kid, and you go and deck them. They're quite fun. I think they're the ones that have like a couple of 100 health, but they hit really, like, they're really weak hitters. There's a couple of monsters like that on Rocktropia that will hit you for like 1 damage, but they have like 300 health. Which is why you'll see a couple of, you know, a few sweat groups on Rocktropia as well, because they'll just lure one of those over and just sweat that, which is easily done with like, you know, 3 or 4 noobs just standing there sweating it. But they do hit quite often as well, and they hit, like, what I mean is that their attacks are very quick and they hit very often. You know, unlike a monster such as the Combibo, which hardly ever hits you, but when it does hit you, you feel it. These ones, they only hit you for 1 damage, but they hit you really, really often. So, you know, they can just whittle down your health very easily, because your health doesn't have time to regenerate, unless you have one of those awesome rings. I'm really confused as to, like, they're androids, right? And I'm guessing that an android would consist of a whole lot of gears and gyros and things like that for it to be able to stand up straight. So why are gears so rare? Are our characters just really shit at looting monsters? You know, it's like, oh, you have to extract this gear, so he does it with a sledgehammer, you know, and destroys like the whole thing. Those Vixen Android data uplink cables, they seem to have a markup value and seem to sell fairly well, so I'll have to investigate the loot, I think, before I sell it all, and just see if anything can be crafted with it. Because, you know, if I can craft stuff using the loot that I'm otherwise just going to TT, I'd rather go and do the crafting and just gain some skills than just TT it. Why is someone inviting me to join a team? I don't want to join a team. I'm happy on my own. I'm a lone wolf. See, the problem with teams is, it's like, you know, when you're team hunting, I think it's less economical on low-level monsters, I mean. High-level monsters, I can understand it. You know, but monsters like this, I think it's just a waste of time, especially when it's like the loot has to be split. You know, because what if it drops a Vixen Android gear? Who gets the gear? You know, and you know it's gonna drop it base. It's gonna share it out based on TT value. So it'll be like, okay, you can have a Vixen Android gear, and you can have, you know, 2 packs worth of weapon cells, and you're like, well, that's not fair. Like, going by markup values, that's not fair. But going by TT value, you would be the better off having the weapon cells, because it's worth 2 pack rather than 1, you see. So yeah, I'd only team hunt with higher level monsters, to be honest. I am going to organise some hunting events for my society. You guys should check it out. My society is called Zinexeon. It's the same name as my channel name. Just search in the society terminal and join up with us. I'm going to be hosting loads of different events. I'm planning to do a land race. I think that'd be really cool if we all just got Valkyries and it's like, okay, first person to make it to this location on the map without using teleporters. I think that'd be really fun, you know, because yeah, okay, all the Valkyries will go the same speed, but you'll get people that will crash into things, you'll get people that will flip their Valkyrie over and stuff like that, or like drive into the rivers and stuff. So I think it'll be really cool. I think it'll be quite a fun event. But I'm also going to do hunting events. My dream is to get an army of noobs, just like 100 noobs, give them all pistols, and just watch them go out an allofill or something hard, you know. I think it would just be, I just think it would be hilarious. See what would happen, like, you know, would they be able to take it? Let me know, guys. Do you think 100 noobs armed with the Omega Ton pistol you can get off the TT can kill an allofill? I would love to know. I just want to see it. It would be awesome, you know. It would be like Sauron out of Lord of the Rings, where he just like swings his mace and like hundreds of guys just go flying through the air. I don't think I'm going to make a profit on these, to be honest. I'm hoping that I do for the video's sake. But to be honest, even if I make near breaking even, that wouldn't be too bad, you know. Because that's the thing is, guys, I mean, you'll go out, you may go out and hunt and make a loss. Then the next time you go out and hunt, you'll make a profit. Then the next time you go out and hunt, you'll make a huge loss. Then the next time you go out, you'll half, you know. So it all does kind of even out. So don't get despondent if you want to go out and hunt monsters and you're getting crap loot from them, you know. But also, another thing to do, I've been told by people, I don't know if this is true, I've been told not to hunt on a weekend because there's so many players online and they're all taking from the loot pool at the same time, so therefore the loot's worse. So if you hunt during the week, you've got a better chance of getting better loot. I don't know if this is true, this is just what I've been told. I mean, I was hunting the other day on a weekend, and I did do alright, you know, I didn't do brilliantly, but, you know, I made a couple of ped out of it. But then again, I was hunting monsters that cost like a couple of ped to kill, so I think this guy has got the Trekkie's Delight. Yeah, he has. Look at that gun, it just looks so cool. I just love how it looks. I did actually use the Trekkie's Delight back in the day because, as I was saying earlier, Rocktropia, sorry, was the planet that I started off on. So that was the first gun I bought. after the free newbie weapons that you get, of course. What the hell was that? Was that... I think that was a Mind Force implant that someone had. And they were firing a spell. Yeah, it's a Mind Force implant. I haven't got that one. That's not fair. I want that Mind Force implant. It looks so cool. I think that's a limited one, though, because that guy looks like he's new to the game. So I think he's bought one of the packs that gives you a Mind Force implant. Whereas mine, purchased in-game and they're unlimited. That's right. I absolutely hate limited items. I don't know why. I think it's because Entropia took out one of my... Well, Mind Arc took out of Entropia my favourite limited weapon, the Solomate Kiwio MK2. You used to be able to buy it off the trade terminal. I think it's got the same stats as the Herman Arc. I think it did like 3.5 to 5? No, or was it 3 to 5? I can't actually remember its stats, but I loved it. I loved using it. They took it out of the game, so I'm like, well, if I have an unlimited item, they can't just delete it. You know, it's mine, and there's nothing they can do about it. Which is why I went on to Mind Force, because I've got my Corrosive Attack Nanochip level 1, which does 2.5 to 5 damage, only costs like 1.2 pek per shot. It's just a perfect weapon for killing things like this, like, you know, lower level mobs. That was the very first chip that I bought, and I bought a regeneration chip level 1. But from there, I've just been collecting them, and... you know, it's so easy to find high level chips when you get to that level. It's like I started off with a Combustive Attack chip, Combustive Attack Nano chip level 1. Then I got a level 2, and I'd already leveled up the skills, you know, to use the level 2, because they all have the skill increase bonus. You know, it's not like the old weapons where you have to be level 100 to be proficient with them. So yeah, I absolutely love Mind Force. Oh, 2 more shots. Oh, I just did that. Look at that. I've got 1 shot left in my inventory. Right, I'm going to hop in my car. It's time to go back and we're going to have a quick add up. Okay, guys, so here we are at the trade terminal. Let's just have a quick add up of what we got. I'm gonna have a look at the just TT value to begin with. And it's not looking good. That is really not looking good. Oh, I went so low. That is ridiculous. How much I lost out. Oh well, guys, you can't win them all. However, we did get the Vixen Android gears. They are probably worth about, say 50, 90 pek. Okay, guys, so it would have cost me about 1.3 ped repair costs. So we went pretty low from that hunt, unfortunately. It's probably because they are getting hunted to shit right now. I mean, last night there was no one on the game, and I was doing so well. Seriously, I made about 3 or 4 ped last night, and I just really wish I filmed it, because it would have made a great video. But you can't win them all, guys. You know, and hopefully next time I do a video, I'll do a lot better. Okay, guys, well, thanks for watching. Please give me a like or a subscribe, because as I mentioned earlier, I'd love to do this for a living, just making awesome videos for you guys. So please do hit like or subscribe, guys. And I hope you guys watch again. See you later.